Okay, shall we proceed now? Shall I? And now write the heading. Write the heading. River boat problems. Okay, now after this completion of river boat problems, we will discuss what rainwater problem. After that, the chapter will be completed. Okay, now listen to me. हाँ बोलो. If vy velocity किस में? Okay, if two projectiles are being projected in the opposite direction and what is happening if relative velocity along y-axis is 0, यही क्वेश्चन है ना तुम्हारा. तो क्या पूछेगा? ओके तो क्या पूछेगा? तो पूछेगा मिनिमम डिस्टेंस. फाइंड आउट द मिनिमम डिस्टेंस इफ टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स आर बीन प्रोजेक्टेड इन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन in towards each other, or if one object is being projected with theta, other object is being projected with phi. Find out the minimum distances. ऐसे पूछेगा. चलो एक क्वेश्चन कर ही लेते हैं उस पर. Okay, and consider one object is being projected in this direction. Let's say at an angle. This is being projected. Let's say distance. This is the distance. So along x-axis the distance is what? 100 meter. They are separated apart 100 meter. Okay, and इसको ले लो 45 degree and consider this as 45. इसको 45, 30, 40. Okay, now consider this as 35 root 2 and this is 5 root 2 and this angle is also 45 degree. Okay, कुछ नहीं करना है. All you need to do what? First इसका relative लिखो. Then apply what? Tan alpha. Then apply what? Tan alpha. From that triangle, substitute the value. You will be getting what? Minimum distance. Try करो एक. Find out the minimum distance. ऐसे questions को क्या आएगा? Find minimum distance. Seen by B. इसको ले लो A. इसको ले लो B. Come on, try this. हेडिंग मत लिखो अभी. आगे सभी का आंसर कितना आया? डी आया. ओके, सेम ऐसे ही करते हैं इसको. सो VA बोलो. VA कैन बी रिटन एज, कैन आई से 35 I cap प्लस ऑफ 35 J cap? अरे यस और नो. सिमिलरली VB कैन बी रिटन एज माइनस टाइम्स ऑफ 5 I cap प्लस ऑफ 5 J cap. यस और नो. ओके, VAB लिखो. उसके बाद VAB is nothing but VA minus of VB. And this can be written as VAB is equals to 35 minus of minus, that becomes 5 I cap plus of this 35 and that becomes minus. So 35 minus of 5 J cap. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, and this becomes what? VAB is nothing but, can I say that 40 I cap plus of 30 J cap, or from here tan alpha is nothing but Vy upon Vx, or this can be written as 30 upon 40 and that is nothing but alpha is equals to from here 37 degrees. आया ना सभी का इतना? Okay, now from here can I say that for A and here is B, and if we are writing VAB, who is at rest? B is at rest. That means A is moving in this direction. And can I say that this perpendicular distance itself is the minimum distance, that is what? D. Separation, initial separation is given what? 100 meters, and alpha we got what? 37 degrees. Then can I write tan of alpha? Sorry, not tan of alpha in the triangle. D is nothing but 100 sine of 37. 100 sine of 37. Can I write like this? ओके, उसके बाद वैल्यूज सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, आंसर आएगा. डी इज नथिंग बट 100 इंटू 37 इज व्हाट? 3 अपॉन 5 20. दैट मीन्स डी इज इक्वल्स टू व्हाट? 60 मीटर्स. ऐसे क्वेश्चंस किए ना बेटा. ओके, इफ कुछ नहीं होगा, if this one is y, over here you will be having a 30 value and over here you will be having 5. See here, this one is 30, that one is 5. So can I say that this is velocity of A along y-axis and this is nothing but velocity of B along y-axis. Are they equal? No. So whenever they are not equal, that means VAY is not equal to VBY. Definitely they will be asking what? Minimum distance. Okay. when they will collide? Or yes or no? If relative velocity along y-axis is 0, definitely they will collide. If they are not equal, they will ask you what? Minimum distance. Now write the heading riverboat problem. और किसी को कोई डाउट है क्या रे? नहीं है ना? Okay, thank you. So riverboat problems. Now listen to me. Before understanding riverboat problem, we need to recall one question. That question will help you a lot to understand what is happening in riverboat problem. Consider here is a plane, and on this plane there is a person who is standing here. Okay, just beneath that one ball is being there, and this ball is being dropped, and this plane consider moving with 100 meter per second. So this plane is moving with 100 meter per second, and definitely it will be following this straight line. Yes or no? Okay. Now, if this ball is being dropped, will it follow this straight line path? No. And tell me, what is the velocity of ball? 100 meter per second. ये तो already कर चुके हैं. That means, can I say that this ball will be following this path like this? Okay. Consider here is the ground, and after some time t, it hit the ground, and let's say at t is equals to 0 second, this ball is being dropped, and at t is equals to, let's say, 10 seconds, ball hits the ground. Okay? Oh, height chhod do yaar, kuch bhi hoga. That means, can I say that from here to there, that is your range? How much would that ball travel in this direction? This ball is also having the same velocity, that is what ux, and that is what 100 meter per second, and we all know that acceleration along x-axis is what? 0. That means, can I write that range is nothing but uxt, and in along x-axis there is no acceleration. That means u is 100 and time period we took 10 seconds. That means range will be 1000 meter. Are you sure? Okay. अभी थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनो. Consider here is a person. Here is a person, and he is standing on the ground. For this person who is standing on the ground, what is he seeing? How the ball is following the path? Parabolic path. So for the person who is standing and watching that ball, he will be saying that the ball is following this parabolic path. Yes or no? And if I ask him how the plane is going, he will be telling that plane is going in a straight line in x-axis. Bolega, nahi bolega? Bolega. Okay. Now, consider after some time t, the person who is standing on that plane will reach here. Or yes or no? With the same time, can I say that ball also reached here? मान लो 2 seconds. In 2 seconds, the person will move from here to here. The ball also move from here to here. Why? Velocity along x-axis is unchanged. That means this also be moving with 100 meter per second. This boy is also moving with 100 meter per second. Yes or no? तो दोनों same straight line में रहेंगे. Yes? Okay. After some more time, consider boy reached here. The ball will reach here. Yes. After some more time, consider this is happening, na? Are yes or no? So, abhi suno. Who is moving? Who is moving? Plane is moving. Yes. On that plane, who is moving? One person is moving. Person is saying that the person who is on the plane is seeing that ball is not following this parabolic path. The ball is been following the straight line path. आया क्या? बस यही दिखाना है मेरे को. रिवर बोट में भी यही सीखना है हमको. Who is flowing in river? River itself is flowing. If river, consider river is the observer. River is the observer. Then everything with respect to river is something different. And the person who is watching the river or the boat For that person, everything is different. Yes or no? आ रहा बात समझ में? So consider now consider like this. Consider river is flowing in this direction, and consider river is flowing in this direction by 100 meter per second. Okay, flood. सुन, river is flowing, flood आ जाएगा मेरे को मालूम है. River is flowing. Okay, now consider here is one person and here is the boat. Boat ले लो. So this is the boat, and this boat want to travel the shortest distance, and this river is having a distance of let's say 1000 meter. River का distance कितना है? 1000 meter, and he wants to take the shortest path. कहाँ जाएगा? Straight line में जाना चाहेगा. So this person will try to go in this direction. Try to go in this direction, but due to the river's velocity, can I say that the person will be reaching in this direction or going in this direction? अरे yes or no? जाना यहाँ चाह रहा था, but गया किधर? इधर. Why? River is flowing in this direction. If river is flowing in this direction, definitely it will be going in this direction. Okay. Now, one more person is standing on the ground. One more person who is standing on the ground. With respect to ground, what do he see? In this direction or in that direction? In that direction. Yes or no? So the person is seeing that or observing that the boat started from here, that is your initial position, and this is your final position, and the boat is going in this direction. Then that velocity is always called as velocity of boat. आया? Okay, वापस इधर आ जाओ. Who is observing this path? The person who is standing on the ground. So this is the direction of velocity of this ball. Are yes or no? Now, who is watching this direction? The person who is standing on the plane. That means, can I say that this is nothing but the direction of ball with respect to pilot or plane? बोल सकता है? आ रहा है दिमाग में? Okay. Similarly, if river is the observer, so river will see this direction or this direction, straight line direction. So this is the direction of what? VBR. Aya? And this is the direction of what? From the ground. Yes, very good. Now, how should we remember these terminologies? Why? Because velocity of boat and velocity of boat with respect to river, these two are the most important to understand. Why? Because if you won't understand what is what, then your answer will be wrong. So please listen to me. Always say that the direction or the velocity which is being observed from the ground is always called as what? Velocity of boat. Okay. Or मैं लिख देता हूं, चलो. Velocity or direction observed from ground is your VB. Okay. Second thing. Can I say this is the initial position? Can I say this is the final position? And if I join this line between initial and the final position is also representing the velocity of boat. Abhi. Can I also say that the line joining between initial position and final position, is called as velocity of boat or direction of boat. याद रहेगी ये बातें? बस दो बातें याद रख लो इसकी. Line joining initial and final position. This will provide you direction of what? Direction or velocity of what? Boat. Okay, what is velocity of boat? Velocity of boat is nothing but the line joining or the direction of the velocity between the line joining of initial and the final position. And the second thing, the velocity's direction or the direction which is observed from the ground. Or can I also say that? Can I say that? ऐसा बोल सकते हो क्या? ये real direction है, ये real direction. This is the real direction ना. So can I say that the real direction observed from the ground, the real direction observed from the ground, ऐसा real direction. Okay, the real direction or the line joining between initial point and the final point, or the direction which is seen from the ground. कैसे भी याद रख लो, all the meaning is same, that is velocity of boat. इसको explain करके रख लो, ये मत लिखो. और थोड़ी अच्छी बातें करते हैं. Consider here is the escalator. Here is the escalator. And consider this escalator is moving with 10 meter per second. And one person is standing here. If I ask the person who is standing on the ground, what is the speed of escalator? He will be saying 10 meter per second. Yes or no? Similarly, over here, one person is also standing. He is not moving. If I ask the escalator, who is the observer? If I say, this is the escalator, this is the person, man, and this is the boy. Okay. If I ask the boy, what is the velocity of this man? Then definitely you will be saying that velocity of man with respect to boy, you will be saying what, 10 meter per second. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. If I ask the escalator, what is the man's velocity? He will be saying that escalator says that man's velocity is 0. Yes. He is not changing its position. Yes or no? Okay. Similarly, same escalator is again moving with 10 meter per second, and here is the man. And this man is moving with, let's say, 20 meter per second. बहुत तेज भाग रहा है. And he is the ground. Now, seen by the boy, bolo? 30, very good. And seen by the boat? 10. Okay, excellent. So, can I say that velocity of man with respect to this boy, and the boy is on the ground, then can I say that that is nothing but 30 meter per second? Yes. With respect to escalator, velocity of man with respect to escalator is what? 10 meter per second. अरे ये बातें याद हैं? Same thing we will carry this and put in the river water. Okay, now don't write. Now again, who will be the observer? One thing, observer is on the ground or observer river itself. Only two options we will be having. So consider here is the river. And this river is flowing in this direction. Let's say river is going with 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. And there is a boat. On that boat there is a man. And on the ground there is a boy. Okay, he is on the ground. Now, if I ask river, what is the velocity of man? 0. Yes, very good. So velocity of, इसको बोल देंगे अभी boat बोलना शुरू करेंगे, ठीक है? So velocity of boat with respect to river is what? 0. Yes or no? And velocity of this boat with respect to ground. With respect to what? Ground is equals to how much? 10 meter per second. आ रहे थे भाई? Okay. Similarly, थोड़ा रुक जाओ. अभी confusion यहाँ से start होगा. Boat, and this boat is having an engine. And this boat is moving with, again river is moving with what? 10 meter per second. And I said that the boat can be moving with what? 10 meter per second or 20 meter per second in still water. पहले still water के पास आएंगे. अब still water क्या होता है? Can I say still water means velocity of river is what? 0. Boat is here. And one person is standing on the ground. and this boat is having an engine, and this engine can be moving with or pushing this boat with 20 meter per second. Velocity of river कितना है? 0. अभी थोड़ा सुनो. If I ask now the river, what is the velocity of boat? What is the velocity of boat? So boat with respect to river, river will say that boat is moving with what? 20 meter per second. बोलेगी? Okay. With respect to ground, वो भी तो उतना ही बोलेगा, 20 ही बोलेगा. So velocity of boat with respect to ground is also equal to how much? 20. Now, if we write VBR, how we write VBR? So VBR is nothing but VB minus of VR. Yes or no? Or yes or no? In this case, velocity of river is 0. Or yes or no? So can I say that this is nothing but velocity of boat with respect to river is also equal to velocity of boat. What is this? With respect to ground now, both are equal. When this is happening? When river is at rest. आया क्या? Okay, थोड़ा और आगे बढ़ते हैं. Consider this boat can be moving with 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second, and here is the again observer, he is on the ground. Now, if I ask the river, what will be the velocity of this boat? First question. Second question, what will be the velocity of boat with respect to ground? पहले ground बोलो, easy है. Ground का कितना दिखेगा? 30 दिखेगा. Yes, very good. So velocity of boat with respect to ground is nothing but, can I say, 30 meter per second? Are yes or no? Now, velocity of boat हो गया. Velocity of river कितना है? 10. Velocity of, what is this velocity? Boat का velocity है. क्या boat का with respect to velocity है? ये समझना है हमको. बोलो क्या होगा? First, we have completed this. Yes or no? How much is the velocity with respect to ground? 30. दिख गया. Velocity of river कितना है? 10. Velocity of river with respect to boat कैसे लिखते हैं? Velocity of boat is nothing but river. Boat with respect to river is VB minus of VR. Yes or no? VR is done. How much? This is 10 meter per second. What is this? Yes, very good. Velocity of boat with respect to ground. That means whenever the velocity is given in terms of engine, it is not the velocity of VB. Boat का velocity नहीं रहेगा वो. Boat with respect to river. That means if I substitute the values, then over here this is what 30. Then ये value क्या है हमारा? 20 meter per second. This 20 meter per second is what? Boat's velocity with respect to river. अरे आया? Now you will be having different terminologies to understand what velocity of boat with respect to river. No need to write. Okay, then we will be writing what? Now listen to me. Velocity of boat with respect to river. एक ऐसे बोल लो, ये तो common terminology है. Second thing, velocity of boat seen from river. Okay. Then third thing, just now we learned that what? Boat's engine velocity. Boat's engine or boat's engine velocity. Okay. Third thing. इसी में ऐड कर लेंगे एक और चीज, सुनो अभी. Consider here is a man and he is swimming in the river. River is going with 10 meter per second. Okay, he is not swimming at all, he is not applying any kind of force. What is the velocity seen by the person who is on the ground? क्या बोलेगा रे? 10 बोलेगा. अरे yes or no? Now he is also swimming now. He is swimming and it's given that 20 meter per second. Observer को क्या दिखेगा? 30. So whenever the person is watching from the ground, and that velocity is always VB or VM. अभी ये man है तो man में velocity of the man seen from the ground 30 होगा. अरे yes or no? And what is this 20 then? Then 20 is nothing but swimmer's velocity. Swimmer's का effort रहेगा. So this can also be called as man's effort. Man is efforting to go with 20. River is going with 10. Observer को क्या दिखेगा? 30 से जा रहा है. So this is the velocity. VB is the velocity. VB is the velocity always seen from what? Ground. Ground से जो भी velocity दिखेगा वो VB होगा. ओके, और फ्रॉम इनिशियल पोजीशन टू फाइनल पोजीशन ये जो वेलोसिटी दिख रहा है वो क्या होगा? सेम वेलोसिटी ऑफ विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू व्हाट? ग्राउंड. दैट इज व्हाट? वीबी. अभी मैन रहे तो मैन लगा दो, बोट रहेगा तो बोट लगा दो. ओके, स्टिल डोंट राइट. थोड़ा और आगे जाते हैं. कंसिडर हियर इज द बोट. This boat wants to go in this direction. Okay, and river is moving in this direction. क्या बोट इधर जाएगा? नहीं जाएगा. तो बोट किधर जाएगा? Somewhere here or somewhere here. अरे yes or no? So the person who is watching from the ground, he sees this direction or this direction? Obviously the blue lines. So consider he is going in this direction. So this is the final position and this is the initial position. Again, now they will be using the words like this. A person is trying to go, wants to go. Is he going in reality? He wants to go in this direction, or he is trying to go in this direction, but he is moving automatically due to the flow of river. He is going in this direction. So this is the direction of what? VB, and this is the direction of VBR. So the next thing to understand what is VBR, wants to go or try to go. Wants to go or try to go in that direction. Are yes or no? Next thing. Let us say one more thing. If I say velocity of river is 0, that means can I say still water? यहाँ पे use किया जाएगा word still water. Okay. Now here is the boat, and this boat is having an engine. Now the boat is going with, let's say, 20 meter per second. What is the velocity seen by the man on the ground? बोलो पहले. Obviously 20. लेकिन ये किसका velocity है 20? इंजन का velocity है ना. अरे yes or no? One more time. इसको और एक बनाता हूं, इधर भी बनाता हूं. अभी बताओ, डिफरेंस बताओ. सुनो, what do this man see the velocity of the ground? 20 meter per second. Yes or no? Whose velocity? Who is providing this velocity? Engine is providing the velocity, and we already know that engine's velocity is what? VBR. So can I say that? इधर भी आ जाओ. What is this 20? Who is providing this 20? The boat is providing, and boat is connected with the engine. So can I say that this 20 is VBR and this 10 is what? Reverse velocity. This man will see what? 30. Are yes or no? So can I say that? So over here VB is 30. Sorry, not degrees, meter per second. And over here VB is what? 20. And I am saying that VBR is also 20. Why? Because river is at rest. We already discussed that when river is at rest, what is happening. Now, how to say this 20 meter per second? They will be using the words like this. Velocity of boat in still water. In what? Still water. Still water किसकी वजह से वेलोसिटी मिल रही है? इंजन की वजह से. इंजन किसका क्या कहते हैं इंजन को? VBR. Are yes or no? So you should be knowing the terminology. What is VBR and what is VB first. Are you got my point? 10,000 क्वेश्चन कर लो, VBR VB समझ में नहीं आएगा तो आंसर रॉन्ग. Okay. Now write down these 4. So what is the best option to remember? Do we need to remember what is VBR, what is VB, what is VR? No, no. All we need to remember what is VB. Okay, what is VB? VB is nothing but velocity seen from the ground. Velocity seen from the ground. First thing. Second thing, it is nothing but initial position and the final position. Direction of initial position and final position will always provide you what? VB. बाकी का कुछ भी आने दो, ठीक है, वो VBR है. Even though all you need to remember all those 4-5 points, whatever I said, you have to remember those things. Okay. Now, let us say example number 1. Downstream, upstream, पता है ना तुमको? Downstream means going along the reverse direction, flow of reverse direction, and upstream means in the opposite direction. Let's say there is a boat, and here is the boat, and this boat is moving with 16 meter per second, 16 meter per second, and river is moving in this direction by, let's say, 4 meter per second. River is flowing with what? 4 meter per second. This is what your VR. I don't know what is this. You have to tell me. And this boat reached here and came back to the same point. And I said that this is the distance from initial position and this is your final position, not final position, turning position. U-turn bolo aisa, U-turn. And it took and traveled a distance of, let's say, 60 meters. Okay, this is the question. And question is, find out the total time period. Find time period to reach back to same point. Okay, chalo try karo. Upstream, downstream. Acha, what is this 16? VBR. Then who is observing from the ground? You have to imagine there is a person and he is watching everything. Okay, now during the downstream, velocity of boat is given. What is that? 16. Kiska velocity? VBR or VB? Yes, this is what? VBR, and VBR is what? 16 meter per second, and velocity of river is what? 4 meter per second, and it is going in the downstream. Then can I say that VBR is nothing but VB minus of VR, or can I write that VB is nothing but VBR plus of VR? अरे yes or no, इतना करने का जरूरत नहीं है, तुमको खुद ओरली आएगा आंसर. 16 plus of 4, that is 20. मेरे को पता है. Okay, now this is what velocity of boat is nothing but 16 plus of 4, that is what? 20 meter per second. And how much distance it traveled? 60 meters. So time period is nothing but distance upon VB, and distance is how much? 60 upon 20, that is what? 3 seconds. अरे yes or no? Similarly, कितना है उसका रिटर्न का? Okay. So during upstream, during what upstream, then this velocity can be written as, again, VBR is given. VBR is what? 16 meter per second. Now 16 meter per second should be substituted negative or okay, very good. And velocity of river is nothing but what? 4 meter per second, and VB is nothing but VBR plus of VR. Are yes or no? Okay, substituting over here negative, that means 16 minus of 4. A final answer ऐसा लिख दो ना direct by वा. Can I write directly? Okay, so VB is nothing but 16 minus of 4, that is what? 12 meter per second. Or if I substitute the time period, so this is your time period 1 and time period 2 can be calculated by using 60 upon what? 12. 12 5s are. So T is equals to, T2 is equals to how much? 5 seconds. Total time T1 plus of T2, that is what? 8 seconds. Are yes or no? Right on. Now the example number 2. थोड़ा इरडो का है देखो भाई क्वेश्चन. ओके, बहुत इजी है बट नाउ लिसन टू मी. Consider this is the river and here is the boat. Okay, exactly at this point one plank is there. Okay, and this boat is going with what, let's say 20 meter per second. किलोमीटर कर लो उसको. 20 kilometer per hour. 20 kilometer per hour. And river is flowing with VR velocity and we don't know what is this. All you need to calculate the relative velocity, river's velocity. And said that this boat reached here at a particular point and moved in this direction like this. When the boat is being reached here, the plank is found to be here. And it says that boat moved 2 hours later. And this is the distance, let's say 10 kilometers. Okay, abhi suno, question suno. A boat is been moving with a velocity 20 km per hour. 20 km per hour. And just beside the boat, there is a plank at 0,0. Okay, dono 0,0. And the boat is moving with 20 km per hour and boat took a U-turn after 2 hours. Okay, and the boat again found that wooden plank, and the distance between the boat's wooden plank, this is your initial position of the plank and this is the final position of the plank, and the distance between wooden plank, that is what, 10 km per hour. All you need to find the velocity of what? River. Yes, your wish. You can apply downstream, upstream also. You can apply that. आएगा आंसर, उससे भी आएगा. चलो अभी मैं कराता हूँ. Now listen to me. How much did the wooden plank traveled? 10 kilometers. Yes or no? Boat is moving with 20 km per hour. So if I write like this, velocity of boat with respect to river, who is at rest? If river is at rest, can I say that this wooden plank is also at rest? जितना velocity से river जाएगा उतना ही velocity से ये जा रहा होगा ना बेटा. Or yes or no? So can I say that velocity of wooden plank and velocity of river will be same? Yes or no? उतना भी मत लगाओ. No need to apply that also. All you need to apply one simple relative velocity. If I say river is at rest. If river is at rest, can I say this plank is also at rest? Yes. तो क्या है वो figure ऐसा बन जाएगा. Boat is moving in this direction and coming back. Still the wooden plank is fixed here. Wooden plank will be at rest now. Are yes or no? How much time it took to go back and return to this? 4 hours. यहाँ से जाने के लिए कितना टाइम लगा? 2 किलोमीटर. आने के लिए भी कितना लगेगा? 2 किलोमीटर. If why? There is no downstream and upstream ना. रिवर फ्लो करेगा तो ये डाउन स्ट्रीम अपस्ट्रीम कराएगा ना तू. रिवर को रेस्ट मान ले तो ये 16 से ही जाएगा, 16 से ही वापस आएगा. अरे यस और नो? ओके, नाउ देन कैन आई से दैट दिस विल बी ट्रैवलिंग फॉर टोटल जर्नी 4 hours. 2 hours here, 2 hours in the backward direction. टोटल डिस्टेंस कितना ट्रैवल कर रहा है, तो टोटल टाइम कितना मिला? टाइम टू ट्रैवल व्हाट, दैट इज व्हाट 4 hours, and boat traveled how much? 10 kilometer. Then can I say that velocity of river is nothing but 10 upon that is what 4. कितना होगा भाई? 2.5. So what is the velocity of a river? 2.5 kilometer per hour. उतना मत लगाओ. Always if you are finding the relative velocity, river is at rest. If river is at rest, and we know that already मैं बोला ना तुमको, if river is at rest, if VR is equals to 0, then VBR is equals to VB. तभी तो पढ़ाया ना इसीलिए. अरे yes or no? If river is at rest, velocity of boat remains same. Now boat to reach at a certain distance in 2 hours कितना गया होगा रे? 20 into 2, 40 किलोमीटर गया होगा ना. 40 किलोमीटर गया, 40 किलोमीटर वापस आ गया. Yes or no? Over answer. This is the distance. You have to substitute. Relative distance है ना बेटा ये. Over. Now things will be completely changed. Why? Because we will be moving across the river now. So we will moving either in the flow of direction or either in the downstream, upstream, whatever the case is. But now we will be moving across the river. What is happening? Let us try to understand this. Then write the second subheading over here. Across the river. Across the river. सुनो अभी इधर ध्यान से. Okay. Now consider this is the river. Consider this D is the width of the river, and river is flowing in this direction, VR, and this is the perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance between whom and whom? With reverse flow, na? Or can I say this is the width of the river? कुछ भी बोल लो. Consider either I can go like this. Option number 1. Either I can take my boat in this direction, or either I can be moving in this direction. मुझे ये बताओ, मुझे अगर point A से B जाना है, from A to B, what will be the best option? Option number 1, option number 2, or option number 3? Option number 1 will be the best option, ना? So किधर से भी निकाल लो, formulas बनाना है हमको. Let us derive the things, what is happening, and we will consider over here and consider this is the theta. Theta can be here or theta can be here. So if you are mug up that theta is the angle perpendicular line से बना रहे हैं इसको along the river, perpendicular to the river. Okay, now consider this is the theta, and consider boat is trying to go in this direction. Boat is trying to go in this direction means VB or VBR? Yes, obviously VBR. Consider boat tries to go in this direction, but boat reached here somewhere like this. Boat reached here. Then who is this direction? Whose direction is this? VB's direction. Very good. So this is the actual direction or the real direction, and it is the direction which is it trying to go, but reached here. So this is the initial position, and this is what? Final position. Are yes or no? Okay. Now consider. Resolve this too. Then can I say that this is nothing but VBR cos theta j cap? लिख सकता हूँ क्या? Okay, इसको क्या लिखूँ? VBR sin theta I cap in the negative direction. Are yes or no? Okay. And this is the having a direction VR I cap. Okay. अभी ऐसे लिखेंगे. VR is nothing but can I write VR I cap, and VBR can be written as minus times of VR sin of theta I cap plus of VBR cos theta j cap. लिख सकता हूँ क्या ऐसे? Okay. Then can I also write this as, we know that VBR is nothing but VB minus of VR, then VB can be written as VBR plus of VR. Are yes or no? If I am writing like this, substituting the values of over here, then VB can be written as minus times of VBR sine theta I cap and plus of VR I cap and plus of VBR cos theta. This is what? J cap. Can I write like this? Okay, can I also write like this? VB is nothing but VR minus of VBR sine theta I cap plus of VBR cos theta J cap. Abhi, ruk jao. Can I say this is the velocity of boat along x-axis? Okay, and what is this? Velocity of boat along y-axis. So velocity of boat along y-axis. Abhi idhar aa jao. Here is the one velocity and here is the one component of the velocity. Now the question is, who is taking the boat to travel across the river? Y direction velocity or x direction velocity? Y direction velocity. Then x-axis direction is taking what? The boat in this direction. Na? So this is the initial position and this is the final position. Can I say that this initial position can also be represented here? How much boat shifted in x-axis? How much boat shifted in what? X-axis from its origin or initial point and the final point. Distance between initial point and the final point in x-axis is called as drift. It's called as what? Drift. And who is taking this to cross the river? That means, can I say that velocity of boat along y-axis is nothing but distance upon time? Do we have the width of the river? Yes. Then can I say time is nothing but d upon VBY, or what is VBY? VBR cos theta. So can I say that distance upon VBR cos theta will provide you the time period? Or yes or no? So again we are using y-axis velocity to define what? Time. Dekh lo. Or yes or no? And over here, how much will be the drift? Then can I say that drift is nothing but, actually, drift is nothing but velocity into time. Which velocity? X-axis velocity. That means VBX into time, or this can be substituted here VR minus of VBR, sine theta into the time period. That is what? D upon VBR cos theta. Again, it's a request, do not mug up these formulas. Vector se hi to nikal le na. Are yes or no? Now write down and always remember that this theta is the angle which is being measured from the perpendicular with the flow of river. Okay? Write down. Okay, shall I? Let us try to understand this by example. What is happening? Okay? थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनो. एक मैं कराऊंगा, बाकी के तुम लोग करना है. Okay, now consider here is the river and this river is having a depth of 16 kilometers and a boat tries to go in this direction and with 10 kilometer per hour, and this angle is given 53 degree. Okay, and the river is flowing with 12 kilometer per hour. 12 kilometer per hour is the velocity of the river. Now first tell me, you have to tell me, what is this 10 kilometer per hour? VB or VBR? Yes, very good. So this 10 kilometer per second, the boat is trying to go in this direction. It is not going in this direction. And theta is the angle always measured here. Then this theta will be 37 degree. Yaad rakho ye baat. This is the theta. Okay, those who are mug upping the formulas, and it's a request not to mug up the formulas. But even though those who want to mug up this, so theta is always measured from the perpendicular line. Okay, that means from what? Depth. Now, depth bolo, width bolo, kuch bhi bolo. Okay, then let us resolve the component. If this is cos 37, this one becomes cos 37. Yes or no? Cos 37 is what? 4 by 5. that means in this direction we will be having a velocity 8 km per hour, and in this direction we will be having a velocity 6 km per hour. Are yes or no? Who will provide the velocity, y-axis component or x-axis component? Y-axis. So what is the velocity of the boat along the y-axis direction? That is what? 8 km per second. Then can I say that time period is nothing but depth upon v of boat along y-axis? That is what? Depth kitna is 16 kilometers upon velocity is 8, that is 2 hours. Time ka kaam khatam. Now they can ask you, find out where the boat reached. अब where the boat reached का मतलब क्या होगा? This minus of this. अरे yes or no? VR ऐसे ही लिखे थे ना, VR minus of VBR sin theta. अरे yes or no? Into time. अरे yes or no? Then can I say that VR is nothing but 12 and VBR sin theta is what? 6. That means can I say 12 minus of 6, that is what? Into time period, and time period is what? 2 hours, that is nothing but 6 into 2, that is what? 12 kilometer. अरे आया क्या ये 12 किलोमीटर क्या है? ड्रिफ्ट है ना. सो बॉडी स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम हियर बट रीच समवेयर फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर एट अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ 12 किलोमीटर अवे. तो ये VB का डायरेक्शन क्या होगा? ये हो गया. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज फाइंड आउट VB ऑल्सो. व्हाट इज VB? हाउ टू फाइंड VB? VB, can I say that इस फिगर को देखो ध्यान से. इफ यू सी द फिगर केयरफुली, you will be finding here as 8 km per hour, and in this direction you will be finding what? 6 km per hour. Sorry, 6 km per hour, and over here is how much? 12 km per hour. Can I also write this as like this? ये 8 km per hour हो गया और ये 6 km per hour हो गया. Can I say that resultant of this velocity and this velocity is nothing but your VB? Yes or no? Okay. So always remember how to find the VB. So we can also find VB. So can I say that we can also find this alpha also. कितनी दूर पे कितने एंगल से गया रिवर के. Then can I say that VB is nothing but under the root of 6 square plus of 8 square, that is what? 6 square 36 under the root 10 km per hour से गया. We can also find at what angle it is making, that is what? Vy upon Vx, that is what? 4 upon 3, that means it is also making the angle 53. 53 से इधर जा रहा था लेकिन 53 से इधर गया. अरे yes or no? आया बात समझ में? So from here we can also find with what is the angle with respect to river. Then this is the angle Vy upon Vx, that is what? 8 upon 6, that is 4 upon 3. This is nothing but 53 degrees. Are yes or no? We can find anything better. Once we understood the concept, we can find anything. Okay, right on. Okay, shall I? Now example number 2, you have to do an answer. Now listen to me. पहले क्वेश्चन समझ लो. Question is given like this. Consider here is the river and depth of the river is what? 10 kilometer, and boat is going in this direction by x meter per second. Sorry, x kilometer per hour. Okay, meter per second, kilometer per second, कुछ भी ले लो. Okay, and it is making an angle from here to here, that is what? 135 degrees, and river is flowing in this direction. If river is flowing in this direction, let's say reverse velocity is also given. Reverse velocity is given by 5 km per hour. Condition is drift should be 0. Drift should be what? 0. 0 मीटर पे drift चाहिए मेरे को. Find x t. X and t. Come on, try this. Okay, shall I now? And those who are asking me the angle is here. This angle should be 45 degree. अरे yes or no? इधर से measure किया ना perpendicular से. Okay, now so this becomes what? X upon root 2, and this is also becomes what? X upon root 2. Are yes or no? Now, how to find the time period when the drift should be equal to 0? That means, can I say that reverse velocity and this velocity should be equal, then and then only there will be an option of zero drift, na? अरे yes or no? Drift का मतलब क्या है? Drift is what? Drift कैसे निकाले थे? Velocity should be what? Zero. That means VR minus of VBR sine theta. This should be zero. That means this should be zero. That means, can I say that VR is equals to VBR sine theta? Yes or no? Lagaya? Very good. Okay. So what is VR? That is what phi, and what is what your x-axis velocity, that is VR sine theta x minus of this one. So phi is equals to x upon root 2, or x is equals to phi root 2 meter per second. सीधा सीधा इसका velocity आ गया. Oh, whose velocity is this? X. Yes, very good. So this x is not VB, it is what? VBR. It is trying to go there. It is not going in reality. Okay, it is going in this direction, na? So if someone asks you what is the velocity, that means along this one, then VB can be written as, what is VB? VB is nothing but what? X upon root 2. Are yes or no? What is x? Phi root 2. That means phi root 2 upon root 2, kilometer per hour. इधर भी किलोमीटर, sorry. यूनिट बड़े ध्यान से देखते रहे तुम लोग. Okay, now, so we have calculated VB also, and we have calculated what? VBR also. And again the next is x is done. Now find out the time period. Depth कितना है भाई? 10. कौन लेके जा रहा है इधर इसको depth में? That means this value, and this value is what? Phi. That means, can I say that time period is nothing but 10 upon कितना है? Phi. That is what? 2 hours. और आंसर. ओके, कुछ भी नया नहीं है बेटा. चलो एक और करेंगे. Consider same thing again. Here is the river, and river is flowing with let's say 20 kilometer per hour. River is flowing with what? 20 kilometer per hour. So VR is, now let's say depth is, or width of the river is given 4 kilometers. 4 नहीं 5 ले लो, 20 लेना, 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers, okay? And the boat tries to go in this direction. And making an angle of 143 degrees with the river flow. 143 degree, 53 पता है तुमको. And it is making an angle, so it is moving with x kilometer per hour. It is moving with what? X kilometer per hour, but it reached 10 kilometer from here. So this 10 kilometer. So can I say drift is given 10 kilometer? Are yes or no? And it reached here. Like this. So can I say that this is the direction of VB and this is the direction of VBR? Are yes or no? Question is, find the value of VBR and time period to reach to the next end. Okay, so this is your end A, this is your end B. Come on, try this. Okay, shall I now? नहीं हुआ किसी से? Okay, सुनो अभी ध्यान से सुनो. First, resolving this component, this is 53. This angle becomes 53. If this angle is 53, then can I say this is what? X cos of 53. Cos of 53 is what? 3 by 5. Then can I say that this is nothing but 3 by 5x, and this is what? 4 upon 5x. Are yes or no? Are yes or no? And if this one is 10 kilometer and this one is also 10 kilometer, then can I say this angle will be obviously 45 degree. किसके दिमाग में आया 45 degree दिया हुआ है? Very good. Try किया वैसे ही? Okay. तो क्या उसको इस same diagram can be represented like this. In this direction, that is what? 3 by 5x, and in this direction can I be represent this as 20 minus of 4 upon 5x. क्या लिख सकता हूँ? Or yes or no? And can I say that this one is making an angle, that is what, this is the direction of VB. So VB is making an angle of what? 45 degree. So this is 45 degree. अरे yes or no? देख लो फिगर में से. अरे यार बेटा ये 10 दिया हुआ है ना. This is also 10. 10 and 10. Obviously it will be making angle 45 degree. हाँ अगर नहीं देता तो इसको इक्वेट करके x निकालते. कैसे भी निकालो. So all we need to find the value of x. So now can I say that if this is 45 degree, then this side and this side definitely will be equal. Then equating this and this, then can I write this as 20 minus of 4 upon 5, which is which is equals to upon x. Sorry, 3 by, कह रहे हो 3 by 5x. Can I write like this? And simplifying this, this becomes what? 20 into 5, that is 100 minus of 4x upon 5, and which is equals to 3x upon 5. Then can I cancel this 5 and 5? So x is nothing but 100 upon 7 kilometer per hour. VB निकाल लो. VB क्या होगा? उसका रिजल्टेंट होगा. अरे yes or no? This and this under the root of 20 minus of 4 upon 5 का x square plus of 3 by 5 का x, जो भी होगा वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, x निकालो, VB हो जाएगा. अरे yes or no? आंसर ओवर. फाइंड द टाइम पीरियड. टाइम पीरियड किसे निकालोगे? वेलोसिटी अलोंग x एक्सिस से. वेलोसिटी अलोंग x एक्सिस कितना है? 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 into x. X is how much? 100 by 7. Substituting here, and depth is what? 10 kilometer. Then you will get the answer. Are yes or no? Same thing if you want to substitute. Then easy answer. ये लिख लिया तुम लोगों ने? लिख लो जल्दी. x कितना आया अभी? x is what? 100 upon 7 kilometer per hour. एक easy question बनाएंगे इसी पे. जल्दी लिखो. Okay, shall I? And let's say this is making an angle 127 degree, then this becomes 37. Yes or no? Consider this is equals to what? 2 kilometer, and this is also 2 kilometer per, not 2 kilometer, not per hour, 2 kilometer. Drift is given what? Drift is what? 2 kilometer. That means again this angle becomes what? 45 degree, and if this is x, then this becomes 4 upon 5x, and this becomes 3 upon 5x. अभी कितना आया तेरे कैलकुलेट करने? 14 ना. So this one is what? 14 kilometer per hour. Then the same can be represented like this, and this is what? 14 minus of 3 upon 5x, and this becomes what? 4 upon 5x. Are yes or no? The resultant is your VB, and this is also making an angle 45 degree. If this is 45 degree, these two sides will be equal. That means 14 upon 3 14 minus 3 upon 5 x is equals to 4 upon 5 x. Then 14 5 is how much? 70. So 70 minus of 3x upon 5 is equals to 4x upon what? 5 get cancelled, that goes over there. So 70 upon 7 is equals to x. Then this becomes what? 10 kilometer per hour. Are yes or no? If that is 10, then substituting over here, this value become what? 8. If this value is 8 and this is what? 2, then can I calculate the time period? Yes, we can calculate the time period. So along x-axis, this value becomes 8 kilometer per hour. Are yes or no? 8 kilometer per hour, and the distance is what? 2 kilometer. Then we can calculate the time period is nothing but what? Distance upon velocity. Distance is what? 2 kilometer, and what time? This velocity is 8, that is 1 upon 4 hour. पाव घंटा लगेगा. अरे yes or no? Last 10 minutes. Okay. And write the next heading. Minimum time to cross the river. Okay. Generally, from our figure, we already know that. Consider if this is the width of the river, that is d, and an object is moving, sorry, or boat is moving or try to moving in this direction. That means this is your VBR and this is your theta, and consider the boat is moving in this direction. Okay. Now I need the shortest time, the minimum time to travel from point A to point B. Okay, either the body is going in this direction VB, or VB is maybe moving in this direction, maybe, or maybe it is moving in this direction. We don't know. Okay, but I need first time to cross the river in a very short time. If I want to do that, then generally I know that time period is nothing but width of the river upon velocity in what? X-axis or y-axis? Velocity of boat in what? Y-axis. Yes or no? And velocity of boat is nothing but over here I can be writing what? VBR cos theta, that is your j cap, and this is your VR, and over here is VBR sin theta I cap. Yes or no? Okay. So if I substitute the value, then I will be writing t is equals to d upon VBR, and this is what? VBR cos theta. Yes or no? I want to make the time minimum. Then can I change the width of the river? I can't. Body started with going in that direction. Yes or no? It is trying to go in that direction. That's the reason we are writing VBR now. Are yes or no? That means the only variable, that is what? Your cos theta. This is your variable. I want to change this value. So can I say that cos theta will be having a maximum value, that is 1. When that 1 comes, if theta is what? 0 degree. So if theta is 0 degree, if theta is what? 0 degree, then can I say that cos 0 is what? 1. Cos 90? Are you sure about that? Pakka hai na? Okay, very good. So then if theta is what? If theta is what? 0 degree, then this can be written as d upon VBR. So this is the shortest time period. This is your shortest time period to reach what? Or to cross what? The river. And if someone asks you, okay, if this is the time period, will the object is going in a straight line where drift is getting 0? हो सकता है ना भाई, क्वेश्चन ऐसा पूछे. If this is the shortest time period, that is d upon VBR, then what will be the length of the drift? Is it 0? Is it going in a straight line? सोच के देखो. If theta is equals to 0, that means, can I say that according to that it should be moving in this direction. If I start to move in this direction, I will be getting what? Shortest time period. But river is flowing in this direction, definitely I will be turned in this direction. Are yes or no? If it consider it reached over here, then this will be the shortest drift. Okay. So to calculate the drift for this minimum time, so can I write like this? The next heading should be drift for minimum time to cross the river. Okay. Now, what is our drift formula? Drift is nothing but x is equals to VR minus of VBR sin theta. Are yes or no? Into the time. And the time is what? D upon VBR. Can I substitute this one? So this is the time period for minimum time, that means D upon VBR. So what should I substitute? Theta. Theta should be 0 now. We are considering 0 theta substituted here, and we got the time period D upon VBR. Similarly, if I substitute over here, sin 0 is what? 0. Then drift will be VR into D upon, can I write VBR? So this is the shortest drift as a level. Drift for shortest time period. And this is what? What is this? Minimum time period. That means shortest time period. shortest time period to cross river. Okay, अरे आया भाई समझ में? Now write down. Shall I now write the heading? Very small topic again, and write the heading shortest path to cross river. Shortest path to cross river. Okay, what will be the shortest path? Let us try to understand that. So this is again your river, and this is your Vy, and this is what VBR cos of theta, and this is your VBR, and this is your VBR sin theta, and this is your VR. Yes or no? Okay. Can I say that if VBR sin theta and VR, if they are equal, then obviously the body will be going in this direction. Yes or no? This is the smallest path, na? The width itself. The width itself can be the shortest path. Then can I say that if VR is equals to VBR sin theta, then can I say that sin theta is nothing but VR upon VBR? क्या मैं ऐसे बोल सकता हूँ? If you start to move with theta, theta means इधर जाना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा सा इधर जाएंगे तो ये धीरे धीरे बेंड हो जाएगा. अरे yes or no? So you have to move with what? VR upon the ratio of VR upon VBR. But which one is the bigger value and which one will be the smaller value? कब कौन सा ले? अभी थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनो. Now try to understand like this. VBR sin theta is the component of what? VBR. Yes or no? So who is greater here? VBR is greater or VBR sin theta is greater? Obviously VBR. Yes. Yes or no? Then in this condition, in this situation, who is greater and who is smaller? Can I say that VR is smaller? Why? Because VR and VBR both VBR sin theta are equal. That means the component of VBR, this VBR vector will be having a higher value than its component. Yes or no? So can I say that VR is smaller than VBR? Yes or no? Now, similarly, if we are not moving with that value, if we are not moving with that theta, then can I say that it can be also possible to find what will be the minimum drift? Find the shortest drift of your path. ऐसे जाओ, try to move or cross the river, that you will be getting minimum drift, not zero, not maximum. You need what? Minimum value. So can I say that for minimum drift, can I say that what is your drift formula? X is nothing but VR minus of VBR sin theta into its time. And what is the time value? General time value? D upon VBR cos theta. This is your time period. Are yes or no? So to drift be minimum, for drift be minimum, what is the variable again? Theta is the variable. So drift should be minimum. Then can I say that if I apply the minimum value, then can I write dx upon d theta should be equal to what? 0. Are yes or no? If that value should equal to 0, then can I say that differentiating of this whole term will and must and should provide me what? The minimum value. So can I write over here in the next step as VRD upon VBR cos theta minus of VBR get cancelled sin d tan theta. Can I write like this? Can I? Now differentiating this. So dx upon d theta should be equal to 0, and this VR, d, VBR all are constant, and cos theta in the numerator it can be written as sec theta. Are yes or no? Sec theta का differentiation क्या होता है? sec theta cos theta. So can I write VRD upon VBR sec theta into tan theta? Can I? Minus of over here d is your constant and d tan theta का कितना होगा sec square theta. Can I write like this? And equating that with what? 0. Then this equation can be written as VRD sec theta upon VBR tan theta which is equals to d sec square theta. अभी देखो काटो पीटो कुछ तो. So can I say d sec theta and 1 d sec theta is cancelled out. Okay, left out is what? VR, VBR, tan theta can be written as 1 upon cos theta and sec theta can be written as 1 upon cos theta. Then can I say that the same equation, if I write this one, यहीं पे काट के लिख दूँ क्या? Can I? Okay, so if I write over here the sin theta upon cos theta and left out is one cos theta, na? Sorry, 1 sec theta, and over here sec theta into 1 upon cos theta. Can I write like this? Can I also cancel this cos theta and cos theta? Can I? Final values will be, and sin theta is nothing but VBR upon VR. Now who is having a greater value and who is having the smaller value? Now listen to me. As we mentioned that VBR is the relative velocity of the boat na. That means boat engine, man's effort, kuch bhi bollo usko. And divided by what? VR. Who will be the smaller and who will be the greater again? Again, can I say that VBR should be having a smaller value compared to what? The reverse velocity. ठीक है? इसको ऐसे याद रख लो. So again over here VBR is smaller than VR. So in either of two cases, VR, the numerator is the smaller one and compared to the denominator. So smaller divided by denominator. Again over here also smaller upon greater value. Okay. Now write down. Okay, how to apply those sin theta is VBR upon VR or VR upon VBR formula. For example, river is going with 5 km per hour and VBR is going with consider 3 km per hour. Case number 1. Case number 2 is consider river is going with 3 km per hour and VBR is moving with what 5 km per hour. Width ले लो दोनों का. D is equals to let's say 20 kilometer and D is equals to what? Again here also 20 kilometer. So can I say that it will be making some angle here theta? Similarly it will be making an angle theta here. Are yes or no? What is our formula? Sin theta is either क्या लगाओगे? Sin theta who is having a greater value? VBR is greater or VR is greater? VBR is greater. So sin theta is nothing but here VBR upon VR बनेगा. इधर क्या बनेगा? Yes, very good. So sin theta is nothing but VR upon VBR. Okay. Now calculating the theta, then can I say that VBR is 3 and this one is 5? That means sin theta is nothing but 3 upon 5. That is equals to theta is equals to 37 degree. Are yes or no? Similarly over here, can I also write that as sin theta is nothing but 3 upon 5. That is theta is equals to 37 degree. Okay. Now let us try to calculate the time period to reach that. So time period किसके ऊपर depend करता है? Vy value. That means we need this velocity ना. What will be this velocity? If this is 3, this is 37. अरे yes or no? तो ये कितना है? थीटा मिला हमको 37 degree. So this becomes what? 3 cos 37. Cos 37 is what? Cos 37, 4 by 5. So 4 into 3, that is 12. 12 divided by 5. In this direction, 12 divided by 5. 12 upon 5 meter per second. And substitute over here, that is what? 37 degree. Then can I? Cos 37 again, 4 by 5. So this becomes 4 by 5. That means 5 into 4 by 5. that means 20, 5 get cancel, left out is what 4 km/h. इसमें टाइम पीरियड कितना आएगा? To calculate time period is nothing but distance upon velocity na. So distance is how much? 20. Time period is velocity is how much? 4. It will be taking 5 hours. Okay. Similarly over here, time period is nothing but distance upon velocity, and distance is how much again? 20. Yes or no? Distance is how much? 20, and velocity is how much? 12 by 5. That means into 5 upon 12. That means 100 upon 12 जो भी है hours. Yes or no? This is how we can calculate theta. If once we know the theta, we can calculate a larger number of quantities now. Yes or no? So you should be using this formula when VR and VBR are provided, and they can ask you find out the time period, find out the VR value, or they can also ask you to calculate over here VB, find the VB. हमको तो पता है VB कैसे निकालते हैं. Yes or no? Right on. So here is the topic over.